day 22 of the Total Package Transformation Program. And for today's video, I'm going to talk about why your breakup was actually a blessing and now's the perfect time to become the Total Package. So, we all experience life and we have different things that happen to us throughout our lifetime. And relationships, breakups, they're more common now than ever, especially the likes of social media, Instagram, TikTok, online dating. We live in a very promiscuous society, and that's just how it is. That being said, breakups is a high probability in terms of something you're going to experience in your lifetime. That being said, one or two things can happen. You can go through a breakup and you can use that as an excellent time to review where you are, why you're in that situation, what things led to that situation arising, and reflect back on the man that you was versus the man you should be and could be. And you need to ask yourself, have I evolved? Have I grown? Have I done everything I can in my power to keep on progressing? Or did I become complacent? Did I become stagnant? And it's all about respect. Women will stay faithful and loyal to a man only that they respect. This day and age, respect comes with status, with power, with resources, finance, physique, look, and aura. And you've got to ask yourself, right, have I developed myself in this time? Or have I just been stagnant? Have I been complacent? Have I evolved? Because the reality is, the world is a game, it's a competition. And if you want a quality woman, the looks, the personality, the values, the ethics, you have to be someone that stands out in the crowd. And just the way things are, women will always have more options than men. That's just a reality, unless you're in that top 5% of men. So you ask yourself, why are you not aiming to be in that top 5%? Why do you not want to have the cream of the crop, the selection of women that you've always desired? What's stopping you? I can tell you what's stopping you. It's your mind, it's your mentality. And the reality is, it's yourself that self-sabotages yourself. No one else is to blame. This is a time where you can rebuild. And look, I've been through my ups and downs. I'm not Superman. You know, kryptonite affects me too. And I've had challenges, I've had breakups, I've had various situations in business, finance. You know, like I can relate. And one or two things can happen to me. I could have either held my head down and crumbled, could have gone down the depression route, could have gone down, the alcohol, the drugs. But I thought, you know what? Let's just double down. This is actually an excellent opportunity to assess where I am and where I need to be. This is the best thing that can happen to you. So if you've experienced this recently, like some of you guys have emailed across, what a time to get on the Total Package training program. Transform. Take the first step into building a new version of yourself. Sculpt the new body, physically, mentally. Present yourself to the world. What an opportunity to rebrand. And again, this is what's going to help you evolve and grow. You need to go through stressful times. One or two things are going to happen. And I'll give you an analogy. When you're in the gym and you're training hard, like you should, every single day, you're putting your body, your muscles, your joints, your ligaments through physical stress. It hurts. The first time you went to the gym, you done 21s on the bicep, on the preacher curls, you done squats for the first time, deadlifts, your central nervous system's taxed. And you feel it, you get DOMS, right? And you'll be sore for days. That is growth. That is your body. That is you pushing your body to the next level because you're breaking through a plateau. So if you can apply that same principle from the gym and into your life, in 60 days, you can transform everything. Factor in, there's 360 days a year. You've got about 300 days to enjoy that new version of yourself. And remember, it's going to be a continuous development. It's not something that you do once. It's something that's going to happen for the long run. But that being said, rebuild your identity. What an opportunity. And again, your identity is not about your significant other. As a man, you should be respected, you should be stable, you should be financially sound, you should walk with your head held high, you should have a man's physique, you should be strong, you should be imposing, you should command the room. And this is going to naturally tie into your presentation. You should be lean, you should be muscular, you should be athletic. Your wardrobe, you should dress accordingly. The clothing that you wear, suits, shirts, they'll fit you well. You'll start to elevate your status. With that being said, you should be around the right people, making the right moves. Naturally, that will then lead to the monetary benefits. So your finances, your bank account, that should start to automate income. Remove your distractions. Then think about your social presence. Think about your circle as well. Think about the people that are in your life that are actually going to pull you forward and people that are going to hold you back. You're going to go through cycles, typically every 7 years, where you'll have two sets of people in your life. People that are ahead of you, you aspire, you look up to, and you'd want to grow. And you'd have people that's just stagnant, they're set in their ways, go nowhere, and they're just stuck in the past. You need to then reflect back and think, right, who do I need to cut out? Because you need to make these difficult decisions, and your friendship circle is going to get smaller. And I say friendship circle loosely. These people in your life are going to be more acquaintances, because relationships at different ages of your life, they're different. It's not the typical friendship. When we say friendship, we think messing around, playing games, having a drink. We're in business. We're serious people. We're go-getters. We have meaningful conversations. So use these 60 days, if you haven't already, to just go quiet, disappear, rebuild, and represent yourself. 60 days, it's all it takes. We're at day 22. We did an outfit reveal, a physique reveal a couple of days back, and I'm already there. Like, you watch the next 2/3 of this program, I am going to be at the absolute best of my conditioning, better than when I was 10 years ago. No doubt. And you can follow along and you can watch how everything grows alongside. Like, my business is here, it will be there. My network is here, it will be there. The relationships, everything's going to improve. This is why I'm sharing this journey with you. I'm documenting it daily almost, so that you can see it in real time. Think about it. You've got two options. And again, if you've recently gone through a situation like that, use that energy for fuel. Burn that energy. Set it on fire. That's what it's all about. Women look up to men who are aspirational, they're go-getters. At different stage of your life, a woman might look up to you if you're in your mid-20s as someone with potential, someone who can go somewhere. But again, that needs to come from you. The day you get complacent, the respect goes, and that's the uncomfortable truth. So again, you can either do one or two things. You can either prove her right, in the sense of, you're not that man, you're not that guy, the right thing for my future as a woman, raising a family, etc. I need to elevate my status, my partner. Or you can use this as an opportunity to turn things around. It's not a blame game. You've got to look at yourself. You've got to be self-accountable. Look in the mirror, like, Do you see abs? Do you see someone who looks after themselves? Are you well presented? Are you groomed right? Do you talk properly? Do you know how to navigate a room? Think about these things, and the answer is probably no to most of them. So we've built the program, and it's not just a fitness protocol, it's a lifestyle, it's a blueprint, and it's all about high value, and it's reclaiming masculinity the old school way in that regard. And again, it's about dominating looks, presence, finance, and with that's going to come status. You can either cry about it with your head down, or you can level up. It's as simple as that. Again, if you're a young man watching this, what a time to be alive. You've got access to myself, over 20 years of experience in business, mindset, finance, relationships. You can learn. I didn't have access to these resources when I was younger. 20 years ago, they just didn't exist. So I had to go through things the hard way. So this is a blessing. But at the same time, just because it's accessible, don't take it for granted, because let's be honest, all the information you need is out there. You can Google it. You've even got AI. But that's not enough for you to then apply yourself. Have that immigrant mentality. Be hungry. Look at the next man. Look at your friends. Are they in front of you? Use it as anger. Use it as a competition, and get yourself to where you need to get to. Your friends, the majority of them, they'll laugh, they won't understand, they'll hate. I call them crabs in a bucket. They'll pull you down because, for whatever reason, they're set in their ways. The mind, it can be used as a tool to elevate you or pull you down. Unfortunately, the world we live in, the majority of the population is broken mentally. That's why there's such a small percentage of successful people out there, because they're not built like that mentally. So what an opportunity right now to turn things around. But friends, family, even parents, they might not get it, they might understand the journey, they might be scared, they might not want to see you fail. But you've got two options. You can break through, take things to the next level, or you can have a very boring, complacent life where you go month to month, paying off bills, being depressed, bad habits, you're getting comfort from alcohol, cigarettes, drugs, whatever, and that ain't the one. You've got one life, and the world is all about opportunity. You've got the gym, you've got the program, and use this pain that you might be having at the moment and create precision. Aim it into a direction that's going to elevate you. You've got Involve, you've got our community. What more could you ask for? The link is in the bio, so get yourself the uniform to become a winner. Put it on as armor and represent something greater than your heartbreak. This is day 22. You've got 38 more days to go, and then we'll be at day 60. You will not believe the changes and the man that you've become in this time frame. So again, breakups, they don't break warriors, they awaken kings. Click the link below, grab the Involve package. It's not just clothing, like I said, it's a new identity. Join the Total Package training program. Train like Sunny, train like myself, eat like myself, win like myself. Use this heartbreak as a new beginning. Now's the time to rise. I'll see you on day 20.